So this is why I'm asking you what the book, what is the title, if we can get it from Abu Hurairah later on. It's for us, it can help us, because things that we don't see that could be as, like maybe our image doesn't help, or the way we wear doesn't help, or things like that doesn't maybe effective. But regardless, because when you see the video, really, it's very frightening. You see people on YouTube and they have a shotgun on their head. It doesn't look nice,
They don't represent the Muslim community. So, well, that's one of the things that.
But what was in the book? Sorry, if I can ask one last question. What was in the book? I mean, what chapter or what exactly in the life of the Prophet that you? Yeah, exactly.
That's a very good question. I can't give you the answer. I think in my mind, maybe if I read it again and again, then I will find a specific chapter or sentence maybe that triggered something. I don't know. It happened somewhere during reading this book.
Yeah, because it's amazing, because even during Prophet Muhammad, he was hoping that his relatives would become Muslim. Part of them did not. It shows you that even the Prophet was unable. This is from Allah, that helped you somehow trigger this inside of you. And this is why I'm asking, what is it? And you will find, if you do a study about what triggered other people, you will not see it consistent.
It's hard to explain.
I know, it's hard to explain. Yeah, this is why I got the.
It just came like that. You don't know. It's hard.
No, it's really hard to explain.
Yeah, exactly. I don't understand that.
It's not like, that's it, page 24, chapter that and that, and then I feel, it's much more complicated.
It's a year, right? About a year reading and researching.
Yes, more than a year.
Just like me, I try to find out why my father likes Ali Rida too much, and I can't figure it out. I don't know, it's the subhan, it's the, I don't know, maybe his eyes.
Yeah. We discussed this before this meeting, so we were planning this.
I'm jealous, come on now.
I'm sorry. No, but I will find out. I will find out. And especially to reach younger people, it's really important to, because they don't read the newspapers.
Exactly.
We need to use things that are easy to read for them, and also things on social media that they use much more than the older generation. They look at the national news at 8 o'clock and read the newspaper. That's not it's too hard for specific younger people to get in contact with Islam.
You're right. This is mostly what
when it comes from you. When it comes from Your Excellency, it's much easier from it comes from us. You talk to your younger generation. It's much easier for them to accept it from you than from somebody.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
No, it is. It's very important. Especially when you have the background and so on, and they will definitely, it will affect them. Definitely, no doubt about that.
But the problem in the Netherlands is, especially because I've already noticed it the last 2 or 3 months since I converted, and it was public.
Announced this?
Yes, even the government organizations, even my former colleagues, they don't like it. They try to make me look suspicious, and he's doing for this, he's only trying to get attention, or he's they try to make me suspicious.
You are ruining what they have done for so many years.
It's really hard to, sorry.
You're destroying whatever they have done.
In communication, always we say that any type of communication, it should be 2 ways. I think Allah loves you.
Definitely.
And you find Allah inside you, inside your heart. And that make you move to this direction. What I suggest, just you are doing the right thing. God will help you, Allah will help you.
Definitely.
And continue what you are doing. It has too much emotion and too much logic, and it comes, I know it is many factors. We cannot take each factor, which one affect in your life. You are doing great job. You are reminding me with the prophets, when Jesus, Moses, and Prophet Muhammad peace upon him, they did the same. Don't worry about the direction, but I suggest as media person, try to contact your people through the Twitter, Facebook, and you will be great by answering them slowly. Give them little by little information about how do you think and how do you believe, because you are a human being, you have the right to express yourself in the way that you feel it inside you. And that's what I suggest.
Thank you. They are very wise words for the short term, or for the next future. Maybe in the next year, 2 years, it will probably be hard for me because they are trying to, and they are succeeding to destroy my business because I'm depending on orders from the government and my offer. So it's going like this. They really don't like me for that. So, but the more opposition I get, the stronger I'm feeling. And I've had that for all my life. If people are really trying to push you back, then probably something what you're doing is right, or it's a threat for them. Yes. If they say it's okay, whatever you do, then you have to be careful, yes. Because then you're doing something that has no objective or meaning. If they are really trying to harm you in your business or by any other means, then probably I'm doing something good. That's my opinion. So it makes me stronger. Well, it's not easy.
You will have a big fight. Definitely, you have a big.
Not in anger, but in
social.
self-security.
It's got to be challenged for it.
Dr. Anwar, would like
Yeah,
to
sorry.
present to you.
Sorry.
This is our center.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's a think tank, and he's the head of the think tank.
And also this is for
Six times.
بعد ما يصير صور خلاص.
Thank you very much. I'm really honored by this. I'm really touched. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's beautiful. I have to frame this in a proper way.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
العشاء قبل العشاء ولا العشاء بعد العشاء؟
لا احنا نتعشى نصلي هنا ونروح.
طيب.
Thank you for all your wise words and all your encouragement. It's giving me strength. Thank you.
ها؟
Thank you very much.
لا لا انا في نفس الشغل.
لا لا قاعد بتروح تروح.
لا 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 من
to help you. راح على الاسترالي.
نعم.
You will have.
تترك ولا
ها؟
بس في عشاء خفيف. في عشاء خفيف.
طيب.
اصلا مقفلين على ساعة. لا تشيلهم يعني.
Prophets, all prophets, they had to fight for their messages. So you are doing the same. You will face so much difficulty, but inshallah,
Thank you very much.
this is very important. Don't ever give up.
I don't see it as threats, I see it as
Don't
challenges.
give up. Don't give up. Never give up. If you read the story of all prophets, how they suffered. Noah, even preaching his people for 950 years to become good people and so on. So imagine 950 years. And all Prophet Muhammad was fighting, they fought him, they gave him bad times and so on and so on. But he still, as long, alhamdulillah, you became that. You go through it. I know you will go through it definitely. No doubt about that.
Thank you for your trust.
No, this is very important. I know, so your conscious walk. So it was inside you. So good thing it is inside you. The time came 2 months ago, just it came out. So alhamdulillah, it's inside. You have good inside. You have a good inside. So you have the base, the good base. So that's why you became like that.
But I have the support of my future wife in 6 months, and my mother and the relatives that are really important for me. They're not Muslim yet, but they are backing me up, and they are supporting me.
Don't worry.
And my best friends as well. So
Don't
that's
worry.
very important to me.
Just a little bit.
Yes. Not all of them, but most of them.
Yeah. Just be. I'll tell you a story. Still a story when we were students. I went to sleep in the 1960s. And a friend of mine, he was living with family.
Yes.
بدأت في الإسلام.
They used to take him everywhere for 6 months.
لما أسلم كلهم كانوا.
Try to make him so happy and so on, to church and so on. And then they said, okay, try to convert to Christian. I said, listen guys, I've been for 20 years, my parents they tried to make me good Muslim. And you within 6 months to make me Christians, it's not so easy.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So it's not so easy to be, I'm very glad, alhamdulillah, you have the guts, you have the strength, you could face it.
Thank you.
Alhamdulillah.
Thank you. It's really a great help for me, this support. Thank you.
Back then, they told me, but he didn't tell me, but they told me, when Khomeini made his revolution, and Mr. Carter told him, I don't know about Islam. I like, and he said, I don't know about Islam. But he asked the CIA to give him more books about Islam. They brought him truck about that book. When he saw that, he called for Bob Crane, told him, try to read some of that and tell me exactly what is the Islam. Bob Crane did that, some of that book. When they came to him, he explained to him the Islam and told him, I became Muslim. And he still. Now, Qatar, he is working with Qatar now, and he make like a think tank in Qatar for Moza, the wife of the.
You see, today I received WhatsApp about flowers. It opens when it's calling for prayer.
For prayer.
Yeah, for prayer. And close after the Adhan. 5 times a day. I was really amazed, you know.
Yes. It was somewhere in the Uzbekistan, somewhere in the
ومن شيء لا يسبحه بحمده.
The best thing in Islam,
Really?
you have to clean your heart,
Yeah.
to clean inner. Don't hate anybody. Don't tease anybody. Don't make deal bad with anybody. Then you will be Muslim. Either you Christians or like that or any other. For that reason, we need from all the Muslims to follow that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the easy way that you can pray anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
You can pray
In the desert,
even in
wherever, in the snow, you can do whatever.
yeah, even
It's
the
not
church.
limited in the mosque. It's not limited in the mosque. No, so it's open. So the entrance is open for you, it's all mosque.
But like even in the church.
But
you
it
pray.
is, of course, it's, a church is a God's house. Of course, definitely.
Yes, I told my friend, my brother, a few days ago that there was it's not in The Hague, it was in another city. There was a small mosque, and 1 block away there's a big church, and they were praying. It was Friday, but the mosque was overcrowded, so people were outside. Well, it started to rain, and then the priest from the church came. He said, "You can come to my church, you can pray."
See,
They did.
that
was a nice gesture. So
Exactly.
these people are also in the nest. It's
those
not only
people-
bad people, I mean, but there are a lot of good people.
those people are
That was a good
working
example.
with God. Like a priest that's working with God, he knows what is God teaching. Human, this is all are human, so he was right. Very good.
And he was,
Very
he
good
was,
attitude.
people were angry at him that he did that.
Yeah, why did you invite Muslims to be in churches?
But I think it was a very brave action.
Very brave, exactly. So that guy is open mind,
So he
an
was-
open heart. So he did not follow the bad medias. So that's people are praying for God, and he was in church he praying for God. So
Right.
that's places, that other places. That's
It's house of God.
definitely. You know that Prophet Muhammad, when he died, his neighbor was Jewish. He never enforced him to become Muslims. See how Islam so easy, so peaceful. He did not force him to become. He could force him to become Muslim or whatever. But until he died, he was Jewish. And one Jewish funeral, the guy was taking him to the grave. When he passed by, Prophet Muhammad was crying. And the people told him, why are you crying? He's Jewish. He said, this is a human. He has a soul. So that's the humanities. So Islam, almost all religions are dealing with the humanities. But unfortunately, it changed a lot with the
There are a lot of good examples in Islam and stories.
A lot.
To strengthen things.
Exactly.
Oh, you have to be in the airport now.
What time? We have a boarding room. What time from here to the airport?
From here to the airport, 15 minutes, 10 minutes. Inshallah. Yes. But you have to go, you know how to go from here?
Yeah.
The easiest
Your
way is to go
specialty
from
in the media, your specialty.
السعر في المطار
In
أقرب
media,
طريق للمطار إنك تروح بشارع
multimedia, so what? It is your style, work.
لا لا
Experience.
خلاص الحين جاي
That's like psychology and master psychology.
Master?
Psychology.
Psychology.
Social.
Social, oh yes, that's good.
But it's specified on families of care, basically,
Good.
to help people, families and families.
Alhamdulillah.
Because I have no children of myself. I have 3 foster children, 3 boys.
You?
Yes, the youngest, the oldest is 21. He lives on his own. Another one is 16 years old, and the youngest is 9 years old. He's from
Your
Northern
kids?
origin. Foster kids. Foster kids.
Inshallah, we're raising people, inshallah. Inshallah. See, the good things about when non-Muslim become a Muslim. Imagine that whatever you have done,
Right,
completely
please.
washed away. Completely.